Folks, I want you to look at this black guy. This black guy is at the beach with black guy genetics, and he's stealing your girl. Your wife, your girlfriend, your mom even, is fantasizing about this black man. And it's all because of the body. And here lies the problem with guys that decide to be fat. Guys that are walking around big booty. This is the problem. There's gonna be a time where a black guy walks into the room looking like this, and you're walking around big booties with titties and love handles. And you're with your girlfriend having the time of your life, and you're this guy. Or even this guy. This is you. What do you do then? When your girlfriend can't even resist. She can't resist. She can't control herself around this guy. Look at her phone's out recording. Her jaw's dropped to the ground. She can't even believe what's going on. I mean, these are the type of guys that Diddy was flying out to the Diddy parties. If you look at the court documents, Diddy was flying out mandingos that look just like this. See, this is what happens when you focus on your appearances. You get flown out to Diddy parties to have all the sex with all the women while Diddy watches. You go to the beach, you take everybody's wife, everybody's fantasizing about you. Why? Because he decided to do 500 push-ups a day, 500 pull-ups, run a mile, track his calories, track his macronutrients. For all we know, this black guy's poor, homeless, living on the streets. But he's a black mandingo, walking around with black mandingo genetics. The physique of a Greek god. You see, when you look like this, you're allowed to be a loser. People don't know that. You're allowed to be homeless, not have a car, not have any money. It's all fine because you're her sexual fantasy. The way these women look at this guy says it all. And this is why you need to be obsessed with your appearance. Your appearance is everything. If you're a guy, your appearance comes first. First in money, first in career, first in family. Fuck them kids, fuck that formula. You better go to Wig, ho. There's not enough money for formula. I gotta buy protein powder. Because I understand that if my body's right, if my appearance is right, my life becomes easier. I can live off these hoes. You know how easy it is to live off these hoes? You know how easy it is to move into some random woman's apartment by next week? See, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know because you're just like 70% of Americans who are fat, ugly, and poor. You think it's a joke, don't you? Oh, you think it's a game. So you gotta work harder in life. Life is very difficult for a guy like you. Guy like me woke up this morning with a massive erection, jumped right out of bed, went to the park, jump rope for 30 minutes, then I did 300 pull-ups, 300 push-ups, did a couple lunges, came back home, made a fat piece of steak for breakfast. I don't care. And I do these things because I understand this gives me power. It gives me the ability to have a fat medical doctor obsessed with me. A medical doctor. I didn't even go to college. How is a guy like me pulling a medical doctor? You see, you people will never understand. Because you people don't get it. You people don't understand if you look better than 70% of guys, automatically you're better than 99% of women. There is a shortage in guys that are sexually appealing to women. You better become obsessed with this. This is the only thing that matters. Women nowadays are the breadwinners. Women nowadays all have careers. Good paying careers. A guy like me is not going to go out there and bust his ass and start a business from scratch. A guy like me is going to do the bare minimum and get the most out of life. I'm a black maxer. I want to be a black guy. So for that, we have to focus on our appearance. I want you to ask yourself, why is this black guy at the beach getting this type of reaction? Women are there with their boyfriends, with their husbands, and the women could care less. They're pulling out their cell phones, recording this mandingo as he glides through the beach, being a black mandingo with black mandingo muscles. Why is that? I'll tell you exactly why. Because the statistics don't lie. The vast majority of men are fat and ugly. The statistics are there. Look up the dating website statistics. Mostly all women find 8 out of 10 men to be repulsive, ugly. And that's if they even notice you because most men are invisible to women, scientifically proven. This doesn't mean if you're a fat and ugly poor loser, you can't find a wife to marry, some fat pig of a wife to marry you. Yeah, congrats, you found a fat pig of a wife to marry, settle down with you, finally. Who cares? Your life still sucks. Yeah, because you see these blue pill losers running around talking about, yeah, well, at least I got a wife and kids that love me. Yeah, I got a fat pig of a wife that loves me and cooks for me. And we're poor, and we got 4 ugly kids with blockheads and crooked feet. Congratulations, nobody cares, your life sucks. Meanwhile, this black guy is strolling through the beach, having your fat pig of a wife leaking through the sand. And your fat ass is tucking under your breath to your fat pig of a wife. Yeah, well, at least he doesn't have a family and kids like me. I'm happy being fat, ugly, and poor with my wife and kids. Or you think he can't settle down and get a fat pig of a wife and impregnate her and have 15 kids with her? Is that what you're thinking? You think you can't have that life by next year? Have 2 genetically superior kids running around? They're already dunking basketballs and hopping over fences? A lot of these blue pill guys really think they got it figured out. You got a fat pig of a wife, big whoop. You got some kids, who cares? You're not going to the Diddy party. You have never and will never attend the Diddy party with your fat pig of a wife and kids. A guy like me, as soon as I started getting some notoriety, you're going to see me in Diddy-style parties. I don't care. I'm down for whatever at the freak-offs. I don't care. But at least I'm getting invited to these type of parties. You would never. Because you refuse to understand that appearances are everything. Especially in the age of social media. No, well, I got my family. I don't care. I got my family. You're telling me this black mandingo wouldn't be able to get this woman pregnant by tonight? You're telling me this black mandingo, this girl wouldn't be spread eagle in a bed by tonight by this guy? My family. He could have what you have by tomorrow. You can't have what he has, though. Had Diddy been in that beach that day, this black guy's life would have changed for the better. We're talking about new car, apartment, maybe a whole new wardrobe, all paid for by Diddy. Diddy's a horny guy. Diddy doesn't care. Diddy's a horny guy with a lot of money. And so what happens is when you're a guy that's sexually appealing, there's a lot of opportunities for you. When you're a guy that's fat, ugly, and poor, nobody even knows you exist. How many times do I have to say it? If this black guy strolling through the beach and getting this type of reaction isn't enough for you to get your body on point, isn't enough to you lose some weight, get some muscle, stop eating all the pizza, stop being a fatso, then I don't know what else to tell you. There's literally no hope for you. It's like talking to a sub 5 human. Yeah, because you talk to these sub 5 black pillars and everything's like, that's a cope. Going to the gym and getting abs, that's a cope. You know, dressing nice like a boy from Instagram that gets all the hoes, that's just a cope. So basically doing everything all the guys that women find attractive is a cope. Okay, well then fuck you then. Fuck you. Be like the rest of the guys at the beach staring at the mandingo in admiration. Crying about the fact that your wife is pulling out her phone and recording this guy with her jaw hitting the ground.